Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about some cultural differences and some points related to Korean cultures. We specifically don't want to compare Korean cultures with other countries, but there are some points that are maybe helpful and useful for people who want to live in Korea or visit Korea. I have Didi here, and we want to talk about what was that? Some points that I have in mind, and maybe Didi also has in mind. Okay, so let's start. Are you ready? Do you want to say hello?
Hi.
Okay, this is Didi gesture, so funny. I like it. Okay, anyway, first of all, when a person visits another country, for sure the most important thing that at the beginning we may face is about greeting and how greet people. Is there anything special you want to mention about Korea?
Well, first in Korea, we don't have a hugging or how to say it,
Kissing.
bisu, like kissing,
Yeah,
bisu,
like French.
something like that. We just take a bow,
Uh-huh.
just fold your body like this.
Okay.
That's how Korean way.
What about shaking hands? Is it common?
Well, actually, shaking hands also one of the way, but first take a bow.
Is
first.
the most common one. Yeah. I've never seen in Korea people shake hands, especially among girls or females. I've never seen it. That's interesting for me.
I've never seen it too.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice. And is there anything considered insulting for Koreans in communication, or you're like visiting them or something like that?
Like conversation.
Yeah, in communications or in when you even greet them.
Or like for example, when younger people they're not take a bow to the elderly people or some being impolite gestures. That's kind of insulting, like the opposite person who is elder or.
Oh yeah.
But first, we don't know. At the beginning, we don't know about the persons, like how old, someone else or something. Then I don't know.
I think.
But at least like just people when they meet
each other.
The beginning, they just take a bow, even they don't know each other, because that's the polite way.
Wow. Okay. Politeness is very important in Korea, especially if you see someone older than you. It is very important. So sensitive. How to call them and how to be polite. And something else, I think especially in subway, when we sit, we should sit properly. We shouldn't extend our legs. Yeah, sit like we feel so comfortable and relaxing. I see everyone actually.
I think that's just
so
normal manner. Because the seat is not spacious.
Yeah, it is actually in public. Yeah.
It's too narrow for me. Even it's narrow for me. But if somebody like stretch their legs, there's no space for me, and I feel so uncomfortable.
Yes. Something that was interesting for me when I came to Korea and I went to university at first, for naming someone or calling someone, at first they use last name and then first name. So it was different from my country. I think we can mention, this point about this, that mostly, especially even when you are filling in the forms or even on ID card, first last name and then first name, okay? It is interesting for me. And something else which is very important is that we should call especially elder people or the people that we are unfamiliar with titles. Master, Miss, Doctor, or Professor. It is very important and considered polite. In many countries it's the same, but here I can see obviously it is very important. Now, am I right about all these things? About how to call people, with titles? Are there specific, words that you use?
First, if we unfamiliar someone else, like we don't know each other, For elder guy, we call 아저씨. That's a specific word in Korea.
Okay.
We call 아저씨, and elder woman we call 아줌마.
Oh.
But if we call someone else, like who is a similar age or younger than me, actually there is no specific words to call them. Just excuse me or something like that.
Or you call by name, yeah, first name.
But we don't know each other's name.
Okay, if you don't know that person, yeah.
Or also we call 선생님. 선생님 means actually is a teacher, but it sounds like polite in Korea.
Okay.
So it's also one of the way to call 선생님.
Someone.
Or put the 님, the last. I mean, if we know each other's name, then we just put the 님 at the end of the name.
That's nice, interesting. Thank you. Okay, another thing that is very important for me is about giving etiquettes in Korea. I know that Koreans are really like giving and receiving gifts. Am I right? Yeah,
I think
see many young people.
I think everyone will be saying.
Yeah. Okay. So, is there any special, etiquette you want to mention?
Or whenever you're giving some present to someone else, better to give with the two hands.
It's polite.
Yeah, it's polite way in Korea. If you give just one hand, it's only for between the friends or who is younger than you. But if who is elder than you, or if you are not too much closer than your opposite person, just better give with two hands. Then it looks more polite. Receive the present with the two hands is kind of polite way for each other.
Yeah, right. Is it important to wrap the gift and make it beautiful?
Well, actually, wrap the gift. It depends on the situation. If you giving present between friends or just closer family members or some closer people, you don't need too much wrapping or something. But generally, whenever we're giving present to someone else, the wrapping is important, I think.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. And what about when someone visits someone else's home?
Actually, it depends on the situation. Like, mostly in Korea, if you visit someone else's house, we bring toilet tissue. Whenever you go to supermarket in Korea, they're selling with the one package with the toilet tissue. They just bring it to them, give it to them. It's kind of normal in Korea. But also fruits or some sodas also, or snacks.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. And is there any special, kind of gift that we shouldn't give to someone? It is impolite, or it has a kind of negative meaning?
Well, actually, there is no something specific items that we shouldn't give to them. But I think it's a personal things. If somebody who invited me, if who doesn't like something else, we better not to give it to them. I think it's about the personal things.
Really? I heard in Korea, knives and scissors we shouldn't give as gifts.
But knife and scissors, like we have a package for kitchen packaging.
Then it's okay. Maybe,
it's okay.
Maybe it was
for
about
packages.
past, or not these
Actually,
days.
I've never heard about it.
Okay.
Knife or something.
Okay. Yeah.
But think about it. If you just bring one knife with the wrapping, it's too weird.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of threatening.